irme contigo de preseo. Todos adictos al perreo, al sandungueo. Yo quiero sudar toda la noche, irme contigo de preseo. Todos adictos al perreo, al sandungueo. Yo quiero sudar toda la noche, irme contigo de preseo.
Right, okay, what's happening, guys? Back with another video. Now, what I'm going to be running you guys through today is a day in the life of a remote high-ticket closer. Now, I'm not going to run you through what my day looks like. As most of you already know, I'm no longer a remote high-ticket closer full-time myself, although I was for 2.5 years straight, where I was working for some of the largest coaching businesses across the entire industry. I was the top-performing sales rep on each sales team that I was on. I would cash collect anywhere between 150,000 to 250,000 in cash collected deals for these coaching businesses, and be able to make anywhere between 15 to 30,000 per month in commissions for using a skill I already had in my 9-to-5 sales job. And remote high ticket closing was the thing that allowed me to go from working my 9-to-5 sales job to be able to be fully online, travel the world, and have the time, location, and financial freedom. So what we're going to do today, guys, is run you through a day in the life of Lewis. Lewis is part of Capital Closer, my coaching business. So not long ago now, Lewis was working in recruitment. He was in recruitment for about 3 to 4 years. Ultimately got to the point, like most 9-to-5 sales guys, tired of cap commissions, tired of the long sales cycles, tired of the high tax rate, tired of long commute, and tired of lack of freedom, to be honest with you. And he's now obviously out here in Marbella, just hit his first 10K month, halfway through the month in April, and he's currently pacing to, well, we'll see how he gets on, but he's currently pacing 20K this month. So we're going to run you through the day in the life of Lewis. Lewis, if you just want to run them through what happened yesterday in terms of your calls, how many calls you've got in the calendar today, pipeline, and also what we've got in store today, big dog.
Absolutely. So yeah, yesterday landed in Marbella, closed a 5K deal.
Standard.
Literally, I think the hour we landed.
Standard.
Had 5 calls yesterday. I've got 7 calls in the diary today. So yeah, woke up early this morning. Going to be heading to the gym with the boys shortly. Give a paddle so I can whip this guy.
Is that 5K deal for people that are, for example, if you're new to remote high ticket closing, how much would you have made from closing that 5K deal yesterday?
Yes, it was £500 yesterday from that deal. I've got a deal in the pipeline that I'm potentially closing tomorrow, which is 1,500.
What, commission?
Commission. So it's a
So
15K deal, yeah.
15K deal.
11% comms, so $1,650.
How many calls in the diary today?
7.
How many confirmed?
6.
6. Busy day.
So it's a busy day ahead, which is good because you can get the sun in the morning, you can go to the gym, go for a bit of lunch with the boys, then start calls. Yeah,
Smash
busy,
it. We'll
day.
take you along. We'll see. What are we predicting? Daily earnings today. What are you thinking you're going to finish on?
It's got to be £500 minimum.
500 minimum.
Let's say 500 minimum.
We'll see, guys. Right, we'll take you along. We're going to the gym now. We'll see you there.
Let's do it.
Right, okay, what's happening, guys? Just finished up here at Paddle. Played 2 different games, doubles and singles. In my opinion, if you are the best at singles, I think you are the best player, but I'll leave it up to the guys. But anyway, Lewis, how do you think Paddle went?
Good game. First game, myself and Jerry whipped Connor Mallet.
In doubles.
And then, yeah, you took over in the singles, so intense game to say the least.
As you can see, Lewis is absolutely gutted. Lewis, I think Lewis actually does paddle. Do you do paddle a lot? Back? Yeah, you can tell. Do you know what it is? You can tell when someone serves, you can always tell, okay, this guy does this quite a lot. But yeah, anyway, as I said, we did doubles. Jerry and Lewis beat me and Mal, unfortunately. And then I thought, do you know what? Realistically, like, the way to find out who's the best is just do singles. So we did singles, and yeah, I think the guys got done back to back. But yeah, anyway, we're about to head to the gym now. We did paddle first, then we got gym. How many calls you got after? When you got calls? 4 o'clock?
Yeah, calls from 2 PM onwards, so 7 calls booked. But I think it's actually 8 now, to be fair.
So calls been booked in whilst we were playing?
Absolutely, and then yeah, just busy day ahead. Most are confirmed, so let's get it.
As we said, we're still holding Lewis accountable. So he says he's going to make 500 today in commission. So we'll see how he gets on. We're going to go to the gym now, guys. Right, okay, what's happening, guys? We're currently here at Max Fitness Gym here, getting a quick back and biceps workout in with the rest of the guys. Yayan, Mal, Lewis, Jerry. Lewis is over here. Lewis, what are we training today?
Back and buys today. Big session going down. Call starting a couple hours, so let's get it.
Yeah, as I said to you, Lewis has got a packed calendar today. He's got about, I think he had a call booked while we were playing paddle. He's had a call booked in, so he's got about 7 calls today that he's going to take, all of which have been booked into his calendar from an appointment setter. All he's got to do, show up to the call, 45-minute Zoom call, and close the call. Every 1 call that he closes, he'll make 10% commission. So he's got 7 calls today. Let's see how much commission he can make today, and we're going to take you along Just on our quick session here, blowing a little bit because we've just done a warm-up set, but let's take you along. Live Lewis Miller, taking the 12.5 for a spin. Taking the 12.5 for a spin. Just so you know, he was just on the 10s before the camera was on. Yeah, we're not joking. Is this how a 7-figure closer works out? Okay. Oh no, sorry mate. Mate, the adults' weights are over it. Bro, these are the kids' weights. Why has he landed on the kids' weights? Right, okay, so we just finished up at the gym at Max Beach. Lewis has actually just had a drink spilled on him, which I don't think he's too happy about.
It's alright, it's all good.
But anyway, how did you find the session, Lewis?
Good session, back in line with the boys. First call's cancelled.
Why? Good. Why? What's the reason as to why it's been cancelled?
The guy said he's on route to the hospital for a bit of an emergency. But
How many times have you heard that though?
About 5 times this year.
Do you believe him?
I don't believe the guy, but listen, he's booked in for next week, so...
How many calls have you got left now in the calendar?
7 in the calendar.
So for those drinks here, for those that don't know, Lewis and Jerry are actually on the same offer, so they're both on a trading offer that's priced at £4,000. So every call that they'll take, any call they close, they'll make £400 commission per close. Jerry, how many calls have you got in the calendar?
I've got 3, well I had 3 in today, one of them did cancel.
3.
And then we'll get 2
So you've got 2 in the calendar confirmed. And you've got how many? 7 now?
7.
Okay, so if you don't make more money than him today, it's pretty much embarrassing. By the way, just so you know, Jerry, he's told us that he's going to be making 500 in commission today. Have you got any predictions for yourself? Are you going to put it out there?
500 as well, match it.
All right, we'll match you. All right, we'll see.
Right, okay, here he is, Mr. Miller. First call of the day. Do you want to run through everyone? What's the first call? What offer is it for? What offers are you on as well? Because at the moment, cool. All right, let's have a look. So show us your calendar for the day. So how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 5? 5. Yeah. All right, look, guys, we'll come back in an hour. How are you feeling about this next call? You confident?
Positive, man. I'm going to close this game.
Cool, guys. We'll come back in an hour. We'll see how he gets on.
Right, okay, so I think Lewis has taken his first call of the day. I think he ended up taking it outside, which is a bit of an interesting one because I don't know if I'd take a call out in the sun, but we'll see how we got on. So, Lewis, he seems to be smiling. I don't know whether it's a nervous smile or it's he's closed it or something like that. Anyway, how'd you get on? First call of the day. Talk to us.
It's not quite 15k, but
Not quite 15k.
it's a 1k deposit. So the guy's showing real commitment.
Okay.
He's moving money. It's going to take 48 hours. So yeah, closing the guy on Friday. Follow-up call booked.
So you obviously taking that 1k deposit. How much do you make in commission off of that?
It's $100. You know, we're not talking anything. $110.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is you're getting a level of commitment off that call because this is the issue. Most people, obviously, we're not counting that as a close. Most people do. Just bearing in mind, deposits are not closes. All right. There's a lot of people in the industry that goes, oh yeah, like close to deal. No, it's a deposit. All right. But the fact that he's taken $1,000 deposit, especially the offer that they're on, like the level of commitment for him to then clear the balance, which is what, 13k?
Yeah, 14k.
14k. So if he clears that 14k on Friday, you've got the follow-up. Mm-hmm. What's your commission for that whole deal, effectively?
Yeah, the whole deal is going to be 1,650.
And how confident on a scale of 1 to 10 are you that he's going to close?
I mean, the guy's saying he's going to close. We're taking payment on Friday, so pretty confident. I've got another one landing hopefully tomorrow with a follow-up, so hopefully it's going to be a big week.
How many more today?
I've got 1 in 45 minutes. I've got a follow-up call to take payment, hopefully from my other offer, and then I've got another couple calls for the US one, so a few more.
So, 100 down, 400 to go. Will he hit his 500 for the day? We'll see. I think probably one of the biggest misconceptions with people that are looking to get into high-ticket closing is the most important thing in the beginning you need to do is land a closing role. So many people message me asking, how do I land an offer? How do I work for one of these online business owners? How do I land an offer where I can make 10, 15, 20k a month? And they're thinking about it completely backwards because there is some point along your journey where landing an offer is the biggest leverage point in order for you to make the most money in high ticket sales. But in the beginning, it is the least important thing you need to be worrying about. the most important thing in the beginning and the biggest leverage you're going to have in order to land great offers and make the most money in high ticket sales is simply by mastering the skill of high ticket closing. Now, bearing in mind, just so you know, if anyone's working a 9 to 5 sales job watching this, corporate sales, B2B, is very different to high ticket sales. This is coming from someone who sold 10 million in corporate sales for 3 years when I was in corporate sales myself, and sold 3.5 million in remote sales. So I'm telling you right now, you have to be a lot more skilled in remote high ticket sales to make a lot of money. So focus on the skill. That is by far the most important part. And here he is, the big dog. Did you just get off a call? Or what happened?
Yeah, just there.
What happened? Give us the rundown. Give us the rundown.
Yeah, just got off the call there, paid in full. Feels different doing it in Marbella, that's for sure. So yeah, it was a good call. The guy is a trader. He's unprofitable. He has been for about 2 years. So yeah, that's just... Nah, not at all. Nothing at all. Yeah, really good guy, but yeah, just looking for that one-on-one support. Dug into a lot of pain, and yeah, ultimately...
Price point? How much are you closing?
So it was 15 altogether. So yeah, crazy.
So how much comms do you make off that call?
16, so it would be 15. Yeah, 15, yeah, 1,500.
So how much, your target today was 500, and how much have you now made today?
I'm sitting at about 1,600, yeah, crazy.
And have you got any more calls?
I've got 2 more later on, yeah.
You got big dog? And this is genuinely the thing, guys. Like, you know, to think, for example, Lewis was working in recruitment 4 months ago, right? And the thing is, like, half of me isn't even surprised. You know, when you like hear these numbers of like guys making 500, 1,000, 1,500 a day, it's not even surprising because they already have the skill. You know, it's just like, for example, I always say it. If you were playing rugby and you wanted to get into a professional sport, you getting into American football just makes sense. So I wouldn't be surprised if a rugby player then got good at American football because they already have the skill. So this is why, like, these numbers, it's just like, obviously it's going to happen once you put in the training, once you put in the coaching, once you put in the reps. And for example, Lewis is now pacing 20, am I right in saying 20,000 a month this month in comms? Yeah. 20,000 a month in commissions, you know, and to think that he's probably working the exact same, arguably less in his recruitment job 3-4 months ago, and now he's making 5 times what he was making. So, yeah, but anyway, look, he's still got a few more calls, so we'll time with him in a couple of hours. Right, okay, so I think Lewis has literally just finished his second to last or final call. Was that your last call or final? Last call, mate. Last call, hang on, let's come over to him. He doesn't look too happy. No, I'm happy. He's happy. There you go, let me give this to him. Go on, here he is, on the spotlight. Go on. What happened?
What's happening, big dog? Yeah, that was the last call of today. I've got 3 follow-ups.
Look. So this is literally what like a calendar would look like.
Yeah, it's basically pulled back. Let me show you some of this.
If you...
It's quite a lot.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, this is what your calendar would look like as a remote closer. And what I would always say, and Lewis probably looks at it the same, is like, Lewis is on 2 different offers at the moment. So they're 2 trading offers, but one's like 5K, and then the other one he sells is like a 15 and a 50K. But basically, every call that he takes is 10% commission. So the way that I'd look at it is every call he's taken, he's either making $500 to $1,500. You know, and that's calls that have been booked into his calendar. But anyway, tell us how that final call went with the guy.
It was a good call. I've got a follow-up call. I'm going to be booking a follow-up call with him again, on Friday.
Yeah.
That's 1 follow-up call tomorrow and 2 on Friday.
Yeah.
So yeah, the best part of $4,800 in commission coming my way, hopefully. So fingers crossed.
Tomorrow, all of these, yeah.
Yeah, I've got 1 tomorrow. 1 there, and he's going to be booking in just after that slot there on Friday.
How many of these are you confident on tomorrow?
I'm really confident on 2, and again, it's going to be touch or go with the other ones. So yeah,
okay,
hopefully.
So finished out the day. That's the final call of the day, right?
Correct.
Final call of the day. What have you finished on today?
$1,600 today.
In comms.
In comms, beautiful day.
And you're pacing for the month at the moment. Like, what are you pacing? Like, if you average out how much you're sort of doing monthly in commissions at the moment, what, about 19, 20K?
I would probably say about 20K, yeah, hopefully.
Well, you passed your first 10K month literally this month.
Yeah.
And you passed it halfway through the month.
Correct, yeah, I think I was on like 11,000 on the 16th.
Get out while we're live here, because do you know what? We're big at proof over promises. Go on the Discord.
Yeah, I'll show you.
Or you even put it here. You know, because guys, I know what it's like. You know, you see something online and you sort of go, oh, is it really true? But I'd rather just take away any thought in your entire brain and just literally just show you. So this is inside one of
There
our
we go.
channel. Click on that. Inside one of our channels. If this decides to focus. Will it focus? Will it focus? So hopefully there, guys, you can see if I zoom in a little bit. Cool, there we are, it's going to focus. So $10,348. These are all of his sales, and this was all the way up until the 15th of April. So that was this month. That was only, what, like 8 days ago now? 8 days ago now. And he surpassed 10k a month. So what are we doing for the rest of the evening? What's the plans? What's the plans for you, the big dog?
Bit of admin, big dog. Wee bit of admin just now, and then Yain's whipping up a barbecue. We went absolutely nuts in the supermarket earlier, so gonna go a bit crazy on the barbecue, and then yeah, just chill out and go again tomorrow.
Fab. All right, guys. Well, look, we'll probably give you a glimpse in terms of what the barbecue looks like, but apart from
100%.
that, it's been a day in the life of a remote closer, guys.
In a bit.